this is Corey the Pawn Guy, owner of Rhode Island Jewelry & Loan in Warwick, Rhode Island. Have you been really interested in pawn shops? You see the shows on TV, maybe you have one in your town, but you don't actually know what a pawn is? Well, today, we're gonna fix that. Alright, so let's just jump right into it. The definition, according to Merriam-Webster, for a pawn is something delivered to or deposited to another as security for a loan. What does this mean for us? It means that the pawn shop has to hold on to something, collateral, during the loan period to make sure that the loan that they give you is safe. So this could be a precious metal, so gold, silver, platinum. It could be an electronic TV, game system, radio. There's all sorts of things that we could use as collateral for the loans. Okay, so now that you know what a pawn is, what if you want to pawn something? Let's talk about how the pawn shop determines the value of what you bring in. Let's say it's a precious metal. We'll say it's 14 karat gold, maybe it's a chain. What they're gonna do is they're gonna weigh up your chain, they're gonna see what carat it is, they're gonna go to a website like kitco.com that shows exactly what gold is trading for at the moment, and you're gonna get a percentage of whatever that chain melts for. If it's something like a Cartier bracelet or a Tiffany bracelet or chain or anything like that that has added value as a designer brand, you can be looking at more money than just the melt value. But if it's just a regular run-of-the-mill chain, you're probably gonna get a percentage of melt. Let's say you bring in a TV, an electronic item. Now what they're gonna do, because there's no set market for what everything goes for, is they're probably gonna look it up on eBay. If it's a popular TV, say it's a 32-inch smart TV that's a Samsung, a lot of times they're gonna know what those sell for in their store, and you're gonna get a percentage of what it goes for in their store. If it's not as well known, they might look it up. If it's, let's say it's something that can be shipped easily, maybe they'll go on eBay and see what it sells for on eBay, and you'll get a percentage of that. Generally speaking, you're probably gonna get about 50% of what it sells for on eBay for the loan. Now you're able to come back and get this later on, so just because you're getting a loan for that amount doesn't mean that you're selling it for that. So you don't have to be worried if you're not getting the full value for your item. Alright, so let's discuss if you end up coming back for your loan, how does the pawn shop make money? Well, they're going to charge you interest and possibly other fees as well. Each state, and sometimes even in the state, each town, has different parameters on what they're able to do. So say California isn't allowed to charge the same as Rhode Island, and Rhode Island doesn't charge the same as Massachusetts. It really depends on the state, and then it even depends on the shop that's in the state, because lots of shops have extra fees. It might be a storage fee, it might be a documentation fee, an appraisal fee, whatever it is. What you want to do is make sure you call the pawn shop that you're potentially going to and ask them what their fees are. Try and get a percentage out of them. That way you know exactly what you're looking at when you're going in there as far as a payback. Now, different terms might apply to different items. So jewelry, you might be looking at 10% a month, and electronics, you might be looking at 20% a month. It really depends, again, on the store. But each item might have a different value, so keep that in mind as well. Now, the terms of the loan as far as length also vary. A lot of times electronics will drop in value a lot faster than, say, a gold charm. So you're gonna get less on your electronic item than you would on the gold item, because we know exactly what it would be able to sell for. As far as time-wise, you might get less time on the electronic as well, because they drop in value so quickly. So here at Rhode Island Jewelry & Loan, you're gonna get 2 months for your electronic loan, which you can extend at the end of the 2 months and continue to go as long as you need to. And then for jewelry, you're gonna get 4 months, which again, you can pay the interest at the end of the 4 months and get another 4 months. So really the length of the loan is up to you as the consumer. Let's continue on with the example using the chain. You bring it in and you get a 4-month loan, but you only need 2 weeks. Well, the good news is you can pick up your loan at any point after you get it, Sometimes you have to wait 24 hours. It depends again on the state and the laws there. Sometimes they'll require a day in between you dropping it off and picking it up, but you can pick it up whenever you'd like. Same thing goes with the electronics. If you want to pick up your PlayStation the day after you brought it in, that's completely fine. If you want to wait a week or 2 weeks or 2 months, it really doesn't matter. It's your PlayStation. You pick it up when you'd like to. Now let's say you don't come back for your item. You got a loan on a chain, you were planning on getting some money in, and you just didn't get it in time to pick up your chain. What the pawn shop is going to do to get the money back that they lent you, plus the money that they lost on the interest that they didn't make because you didn't come back, which is completely fine, they're going to sell your item. Now again, if it's a chain, let's say your chain is broken, they're going to send it to a refinery, and they're going to get whatever gold is trading for that day, minus whatever fee the refinery takes from the pawnbroker. If it's a PlayStation 4, your item is probably going to make it out onto their shelf, and there somebody else is going to purchase your item. They're going to sell it for less than what it goes for in the store because it's used, but they're going to recoup the money most likely that they gave you for the loan, plus a little bit extra. Let's just cover a common misconception. A couple things that people tend to have questions about is, if I have one loan, can I still get another loan while I haven't picked that one up? The answer in almost every pawn shop is yes. They want you to take as many loans as you want because that's how they make money. Another question people usually have is, if you lost something at a specific pawn shop, can you still go back there? The answer to that is resoundingly yes as well. Everybody's going to want you to come back to their shop even if you lost something, because they are not making money if people aren't coming in. It happens all day, every day at every pawn shop. People lose stuff all the time. It is not a big deal. That's why we require collateral during the loans, just to keep us safe. Banks and other places use your credit. Pawn shops do not use credit. We just use your collateral to keep our money safe. All right, so to sum it up, a pawn is when you leave collateral at a pawn shop for your loan and you're able to come back and get it during the loan period. If you lose your item, that's okay. You can still come back to the shop. If you want to pick your item back up, all you do is you come in, you pay whatever they gave you plus some interest, and you take it home with you. And that's it. That's what a pawn is. If you have any questions, please comment down below and I will get to each and every one of the questions, I promise. All right, thank you so much.